Hello, travelers! Welcome to Koblenz, Germany, one of Germany's oldest and most beautiful cities. Nestled at the confluence of the Rhine and Moselle rivers, Koblenz was first established as a Roman military post around 8th century BC and was the capital of the Prussian Rhine Province from 1824 to 1945. Today, Koblenz remains an important regional hub with its unique backdrop of vineyards, forests, and mountain ranges. So, without further ado, here are the top 10 things you must do in Koblenz. Our first stop is the Deutsches Eck, or German Corner. This iconic landmark marks the confluence of the Rhine and Moselle rivers and is home to an impressive statue of German Emperor Wilhelm I. At 37 meters high, the statue was one of the most imposing bronze statues in Germany, but was destroyed shortly before the end of the Second World War. In 1953, Federal President Theodor Heuss consecrated the remaining pedestal as a memorial to German unity. With the reunification of Germany in 1990, however, the monument lost its meaning. A private foundation made it possible to reconstruct the equestrian statue in 1993. It's the perfect spot for stunning panoramic views of the Rhine and Moselle rivers and a great place to start your exploration of Koblenz. Next, take a trip to the Ehrenbreitstein Fortress, the second largest preserved fortress in Europe. Standing 118 meters above the Rhine River, the fortress offers fantastic view of Koblenz and the confluence of the Rhine and Moselle rivers. The history of Ehrenbreitstein Fortress can be traced back to the year 1000, but its current form was built between 1817 and 1828. Today, Ehrenbreitstein Fortress is the only surviving Prussian fortress from the 19th century and is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site cultural landscape of the Upper Middle Rhine Valley. Explore the museum, wander through the ancient halls, and learn about the fortress's rich history. For a unique perspective of Koblenz, take a ride on the Koblenz Cable Car, which connects the Deutsches Eck and the Ehrenbreitstein Fortress. The cable car can transport up to 7,600 people per hour, and it not only offers a convenient mode of transport, but also a spectacular view of the confluence of the Rhine and Moselle rivers. It's a ride worth taking between the two historical locations in Koblenz. A stroll through the beautiful Old Town, or Altstadt, of Koblenz is an absolute must. With its 6 charming squares, the Old Town forms the heart of the city alongside historic buildings, majestic fountains, and ornate statues. Some of the highlights are the 4 towers, as the oriels of 4 Baroque houses on each corner of the main street crossing are known, and the Schengel Fountain, which stands in the courtyard of the town hall. Discover the hidden small alleys in the picturesque Old Town and relax at one of the courtyard's cafes and restaurants. The Basilica of St. Castor is the oldest church in Koblenz and features stunning architecture and historical significance. Consecrated in 836, the church was the scene of many significant historical events, where the monastery of St. Castor was the meeting and arbitration place of emperors and kings. Don't miss the botanical garden behind the basilica, which is especially beautiful during spring and summer. It's a peaceful place to reflect and admire the medieval craftsmanship. The Electoral Palace, or Kurfürstliches Schloss, is another must-see. The palace is one of the most important palace buildings of early French classicism in southwest Germany, and is one of the last residential palaces built in Germany immediately before the French Revolution. Built in the 18th century, the palace was once the residence of the Prince Electors of Trier, and was later the residence of the Prussian Crown Prince Wilhelm in the 19th century. In 1944, the palace was destroyed down to the outer walls and rebuilt in 1950 to 51. Today, the palace houses various offices of the federal government, and the palace's central part is often used as exclusive rooms for festive banquets, conferences, and family celebrations. For art lovers and history buffs, don't forget to visit the Mittelrhein-Museum Koblenz. The museum was founded in 1835, making it one of the oldest and most renowned civic museums in Germany. The museum showcases regional art and cultural history exhibits, such as medieval and Baroque paintings, 19th century art, and even abstract art of the 1950s. The cultural historical influences of the church, The electoral court and the bourgeoisie are also represented with paintings and sculptures. Take a short trip to the surrounding vineyards of Koblenz for a wine tasting tour. Since Koblenz is located near the Moselle Valley, it is one of Germany's premier wine regions. Sample some of the best Riesling wines in the world and learn about the region's winemaking traditions. Just a short trip from Koblenz's city center, you'll find Stolzenfels Castle, one of the most remarkable achievements of Prussian Rhine Romanticism. The castle is a former medieval fortress in the 13th century, whose ruins were gifted to the Prussian crown prince, Friedrich Wilhelm IV, in 1823. He then had it rebuilt as a 19th century palace in the Gothic Revival style. Today, Stolzenfels Castle is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site cultural landscape of the Upper Middle Rhine Valley. Step into the castle for a unique insight into the private life of the Prussian royal couple, and don't forget to visit the gardens for amazing views of the Rhine River and its surroundings. Another must-visit castle is Eltz Castle, one of Germany's most enchanting medieval castles. The castle is located about an hour's drive from Koblenz, in the midst of the Eltz forest. Built in the 12th century, Eltz Castle is one of the few castles in Germany that has never been destroyed. Its 8 towers, soaring up to 35 meters high, alongside its oriels, roofs, timber frame structures, and turrets, make it the epitome of a medieval castle. The castle has also been owned and cared for by the same family for over 850 years, from when it was built until today. Inside the castle, you'll find beautifully preserved rooms, intricate tapestries, and even the family's original armory. It's a truly magical castle that comes straight out of a fairy tale. And there you have it, our top 10 things to do in Koblenz, Germany. From its rich history to its stunning landscapes, as well as day trips to its surrounding castles, Koblenz is a city full of surprises and delights waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy travels!